so glad you stayed with us because we really have a treat for you this evening. Many of you have heard Kjell Croce and Jim Oliver in concert here, particularly 2 years ago when they performed at the Civic Center for Save the Civic Center. Well, now the Civic Center has been saved, and they're back to give another concert, and we'll hear a little bit of that tonight. For the Marshall Civic Center Trust is sponsoring them for the renovation program. I'm just delighted to welcome Kjell Croce and Jim Oliver. We're going to hear some of their music, but let's talk to them for a minute before. What's going on in your lives, Kjell and Jim? Anything exciting? I'm sure it is.
Oh, there's lots of exciting things for me in particular. I think since the last time I was here, my daughter is a lot bigger. And
That's right, she is. As I recall, she was a teeny little girl 2 years
yeah,
ago.
she was just a baby, so she's a lot more fun. And I have a new job. Actually, I've been, in addition to performing, I get to work on instruments now. I work up at Elderly Instruments in Lansing.
Now what do you do, repair?
I work in the repair shop, so I repair and restore instruments, guitars, mandolins, and banjos. So I get to play them all day long.
Oh, that's fun, isn't it? So
yeah,
now
they pay me to do that.
Oh, they pay you to sing occasionally too,
Well,
don't they?
yeah, sometimes.
Now you do a lot of concerts at coffee houses and all around too also.
Yeah.
Where do you perform?
Well, I've actually been playing less and less lately because I've been spending more time with Josephine, but usually within the Ann Arbor, Lansing, Kalamazoo areas. You know, that's pretty much my triangle of, because of the college towns, there's really
Have you written a lot of new music?
I've been trying. It's been a little bit tough with the new job and spending more time with Josephine, but I would like to, within the next year or so, record a new CD.
It's just hard to do everything, isn't it?
I just don't have enough
time
in the day.
You just don't have enough hours in the day.
I was joking with Jim, usually when I get to play guitar and have some free time, it's not until 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Right.
And by that point, you don't have a lot of time left before you
and
crash.
not much energy.
No.
Well, Jim, how about you? I don't know if many people know what you do either. Regionally coordinator for National Association International. That sounds pretty big. What's that all about?
It's NSAI, Nashville Songwriters Association International, and I work as a regional workshop coordinator. In other words, I help bring a little bit of Nashville to people here in the community. So I've got partners in Detroit and Flint, over in Kalamazoo, and then I have one here for the Marshall Battle Creek area. And the idea is just to help people that are interested in learning how to write songs, get some support, kind of learn some of the ins and outs of the Nashville way of dealing with the songwriting business, and help to do evaluations of their material and so on, and just, you know, give them a boost up, give them some help that way. So.
And a lot of times they need that.
Yeah.
New songwriters, particularly new musicians getting into the business.
Yeah.
And don't you have some sort of seminars or meetings here at the coffee house?
We're meeting
at the firehouse.
Usually it's the second Tuesday of the month, although it kind of gets bumped around on occasion, and it's at the Express Yourself Firehouse in Marshall. So Mark and Deb have been very kind and allowed us to have our meetings there for free for well over a year.
And you were saying that sometimes you play and you tell people they don't have to clap.
Well, occasionally
Clay would fire.
the firehouse will do some, allow people to come in and have a little party where they're doing ceramics, and I'll play, and I just say, you know, you don't have to clap because their hands are covered with clay and everything else. So.
And you'd really rather they wouldn't, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'd be flying.
So what about this concert you're going to be doing at Civic Center?
I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about that it was saved, for one, but I'm really excited that well, Judy Peters and the Civic Center Trust have been working really hard to put on some really quality programs, and when she asked me about it, I was like, I'd love to do it again. I know who I'll ask. So we had such a good time with it the last time.
Oh, and it was a great concert.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And this is October the 4th.
Yes, it is, October the 4th.
At 7:30.
At 7:30.
At night.
Yeah.
And for more information, you can call the Civic Center Trust, and that's 789-9677 for reservations.
Right.
Well, let's hear some music.
Sure.
I'll let you tell us what you're going to play and how you're going to do it.
Oh, we didn't talk about it. You want to go first?
Oh, sure. No, we didn't talk about it.
We didn't do the coin toss at the
This is what we call informal program.
Alrighty. We didn't do our coin toss. Well, I was going to do a song that's off of my CD. Can I do a little
please
plug
do.
here?
Just put it up there.
This is my CD called Lightning Rod. which I actually recorded a few years ago now, but I was going to do a tune off of that. It's called Tell Me Pretty Baby. Sort of a love song. Well, tell me pretty baby, tell me do you see? Tell me pretty baby, do you see yourself with me? I don't have much, but I'll give you what you need. I don't have many things, but I love you, you see. And we'll go out walking, walking in the sun, laughing and talking and having so much fun. Well, we'll be together for the rest of our lives. Yes, I would be your man and you'd be my wife. We would be so happy, there's nothing you would like. Yes, I would give you love and you give it back. And we would be happy for the rest of our days, living and loving our own special way. And we'll have pretty babies, beautiful to see. Yes, we'll have pretty babies, one for you and me. And one will look like you now, one will look like me. We'll dress them up and play with them and live happily. And they'll call me daddy, call you mama, screaming and playing and having a ball. Yes, we'll be together for the rest of our lives. Yes, I would be your man and you'd be my wife. And we would be so happy, there's nothing you would like. Well, I would give you love and you'd give it back. And we would be happy for the rest of our days, just living and loving our own special way.
Great. What inspires you to write?
Write songs? See if I could do it. It started for me years ago, learning other people's songs and just the process of writing down the words so I could memorize them. I think I just kind of borrowed little bits from here and little bits from there and started putting my own.
I always
stuff
wondered if
together.
you write the words first and put the music to it, or write the music first and put the words to it.
Both.
Both?
Both. I try. You know, sometimes you get a nice little melody, and sometimes you get a catchy phrase or a word or something. You say, "Ah,
That's
that'd be
it.
a good song." So they come
Yeah.
from both sources.
How about you, Jim? Is that the way you write, or how do you write?
Well, Shell and I are working on a song right now called "Go Ahead, My Wife Said." So you can imagine what the inspiration for that was. And the words came first for that, and then Shell did some nice blues ideas behind it, and some nice finger picking style, kind of a finger and pick style, in fact. So it's
Now, do both of you
Interesting.
write the same style of music, or do you?
We have a lot of people that I think we like in common.
yeah. When we do any kind of when we're writing anything that falls into more or less the blues, you know, then things start to cross over. You know, we wrote a song about New York, where I did the lyrics, gave Shell the lyrics, he did some music for it, gave it back to me. I kind of adapted some things, and you know, so it's, you just never know where it's going to go, really.
And that's
know.
what's kind of exciting, I guess.
Yeah.
I just wonder if you wake up in the middle of the night and have
Sometimes,
a revelation or something.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, they suggest keep a notepad by your bed because ideas will come, and you should write them down when they do because they're fleeting, you know. And
A lot
Right.
of famous songs have been come up that way.
I imagine so.
Yeah.
And you might forget it by morning,
Yeah.
or it
Be
might
gone.
leave you for a little while, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah, Paul McCartney had an idea called scrambled eggs that came in the middle of the night, and that turned into yesterday. So
Oh, really? I hadn't heard
scrambled
that.
eggs, you know, it's like.
Somehow that doesn't go along with yesterday, although it could work in there.
Yeah.
I just have to say that these gentlemen didn't say that they were going to wear purple shirts.
No, that was
No, it's.
we just worked.
But everybody in our band does wear purple.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
But anyway, they were saying that when they walked in the door, they both had on purple shirts. But I just want you to know they didn't plan
We didn't
this.
call each other ahead of
Didn't
time.
call each other like you do in high school
Yeah.
and say, "What are you wearing?" Well, Jim, let's hear from you.
Song-wise?
Mhm.
Okay.
Excuse me, did you write this song that you're singing?
Yeah, the song. You wrote the song that you just played.
Yes, I
Too.
did.
Right, and that's what I
And
was-
I wrote this song. This song was for me, it's a reminder of how generous my wife is as a person to me, day in and day out. And sometimes I take her for granted, and I forget that. So I wrote this song just as a little wake-up call for myself. Every time I play it, I can think in those terms. So,
Good. She's a lucky girl.
thank you. She made me scrambled eggs for breakfast, chop-a-mano chunks and chives, and I wolfed it down on the way to work, and I wondered why she took the time. I couldn't see her out the window, I didn't see her wave goodbye, and I couldn't see her pull the shade, and I never saw her cry. Her eyes so bright and mine so empty, even a blind man could see how much she loved me. She put a note inside my lunch sack next to the olives and pickle beets. It read, "Have a great day, honey," and I wondered why she did that all week. I couldn't see her slowly writing, I didn't see her fold the note, and I couldn't see her kiss the paper, and I never saw what she wrote. Her eyes so bright and mine so empty, even a blind man could see how much she loved me. 8 days a week, it's stormy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, come again. I'll make it up to her someday. Okay, I'll take up the cafe bouquet matinee, but I don't know when. She poured me wine before dinner, a red Bordeaux in a green stem glass. She said, "I can't go on like this. Tonight's supper will be our last." I couldn't see her live without me. I didn't see her point of view, and I couldn't see her on her own. I only saw what I wanted to. Her eyes so bright and mine so empty, even a blind man could see how much she loved me. Even a blind man could see how much she loved me. Even a blind man could see how much she loved me.
Oh, great. Great. That's a
There you go.
great
Thank you.
song. It truly is. How did you get started in this business?
Well, when I graduated from college, I picked up a guitar, and to learn to play the guitar better, I would make up little chord progressions and little melodies, and so it was easier just to try to write little things that I could learn from,
Mm-hmm.
and it just evolved into songwriting. And then once I was bit, it's,
It
there's
is
no
a
turning
bug, isn't
back,
it?
really.
Right.
I mean,
Right, right.
so.
So what inspired you? Obviously your wife inspired this one.
Yeah, my children, I've got 5 children, and they've been a source of inspiration from the fact that there's grandbabies, or their participation in sports,
Mm-hmm.
or troubles that they've had, or acknowledgments that I wanted to give them.
Mm-hmm.
There's social issues. You want to write about social issues sometime. Of course, you want to write about love and, you know.
But now you have a
relationship.
full-time, daytime job, as Shell does now
Yeah.
too, don't you?
Yeah, I teach school at Lakeview Junior High.
Don't give up your day job if you're you know that, right?
That's what I hear. What do you teach, Jim?
I teach special ed, emotionally impaired, 7th and 8th grade boys and girls.
And that
So-
must inspire you in some way
It
sometimes.
really does. It really does. I've gotten a lot of good song ideas from the kids.
Well, let's hear some more music. I'll let you all decide what
Shall?
you want to do.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Well,
This is great. I may let you just play, we'll just continue
Okay.
this.
well, sure then. I didn't
We like
realize
doing
we'd get to
that.
do a couple songs.
Oh,
Let me-
yes, yes.
Let me switch.
I wanted to
tempos and
allow for
picks
that.
here and such.
Oh, see, that's something that a lot of people don't know. You have to switch all those things.
Yeah.
Is this an original?
Yeah, let's do another one off. This one called "It Gets Me By." Kind of a song about traveling and moving around and trying to keep a positive outlook on life. Well, I'm a steady rolling man. I've been doing all I can. I've been roaming coast to coast. I've been steadily on the go. I've been in and out your town. I've been up, around, and down. I've been in and out your door. I've always left there wanting more. And it gets me by for a while. If it gets me down, well, I'll just smile. And if you still want me there, I'll come around from anywhere. And if I still can count on you, you can count on me. Yeah, yes indeed, you can count on me. Well, I'm like a train right on a track. I might go and never come back. I'm like a plane up in the sky. I'm flying higher and higher and higher. You know I've been here and there. Well, now I've been everywhere. I've been up around that bend. Look out now, here I come again. And it gets me by for a while. If it gets me down, well, I'll just smile. And if you still want me there, I'll come around from anywhere. And if I still can count on you, you can count on me. Yeah, yes indeed, you can count on me. Well, I've been looking through this glass. I've been watching things go past. Some go fast, some go slow, some just stay the same, you know. And now people say to me, you know, every man is free. We got a mind to ramble on. We got 2 feet to walk upon. And it gets me by for a while. If it gets me down, well, I'll just smile. And if you still want me there, I'll come around from anywhere. And if I still can count on you, you can count on me. Hey, yes indeed, you can count on me.
Oh, great. That's great. what would you classify your music? Is it folk, country rock? What is it?
Well, that's interesting. You should bring that up because
Funny I should say that.
with this new concert here, I had to kind of define it again. And a while back, I came across the term, which isn't my term that I used for this concert, but cosmic American music.
That's what I was going to ask. What is that all about?
And it's
I
really
ask you the same.
You're right.
well, it wasn't my quote. Actually, a songwriter by the name of Graham Parsons, who's really credited with country rock, inventing country rock. And it was really, he really just kind of took a little bit of the blues and a little bit of the country and a little bit of folk, and he was really one of the guys to kind of bring it all together in a rock and roll format. And he called it cosmic American music. It was just this synthesis of the American experience through music and songs that express those ideas, all the different, music, all the different cultures that come together here in America. Cosmic American music.
Right, it surely
Jazz, blues, rock and roll, folk, country.
Well, Jim, let's hear another one from you, and then we probably have a little more time to talk, but I want to be sure to get another one. Now, is this an original?
Yeah, this
Jim?
was, I'll do a song that was, since you'd asked a minute ago, that was inspired by a student. There was a girl who was having some problems, and she burst into my classroom, and she just said, "I don't believe in love." And I said, "Well, love believes in you." And I thought, well, that's a good idea for a song.
Well, that sounds a good title. Do you ever put funny names to
To the songs?
the songs?
Oh, yeah. I have a song called Digging Up the King about playing with Elvis Presley. That's another story, though.
Well, I heard one time. I never heard the words, but just the title. It's "I'm Just a Bullet in the Shotgun of Love."
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard that one?
I've been there.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Let's see if this one.
Pauline had her heart broken on the day she turned 19. She came crying to her daddy, 'cause Tom treated her so mean. Sick of Tommy telling lies, and this time I've had enough. Tired of putting up with guys, and I don't believe in love. And he said, "Love, believe in you. The love you have for someone else is what makes love come true. When we love, love remains. Loving you is all I do." So you don't believe in love, love believes in you. Pauline said, "Thanks, Daddy," and turned to walk away. Her boyfriend's car pulled in the yard. Dad listened to her say, "Tommy, why you telling lies, and you always act so tough? Now you've given up on me, and you don't believe in love." And she said, "Love believes in you. Love you have for someone else is what makes love come true. When we love, love remains. And loving you is all I do." So you don't believe in love, love believes in you. Tommy bit his lip as he blinked away his tears. Pauline took his hand and pulled him closer and whispered in his ear. She said, "Love believes in you. The love you have for someone else is what makes love come true. When we love, love remains. Loving you is all I do." Baby, I believe in love, love believes in you. love, believe in you. Love, believe in you. Love, believe in you.
That's great. That's great.
Thank you.
Do you have different guitars for different songs?
I do. My
You
wife
do?
says I have too many.
Oh, really?
But he can always make one if you know.
Oh,
listen
that's
to
right.
jam, so.
This is true. How many do you have, Shell?
I can't say on the air. My wife will. Michelle.
All right, forget I asked that.
No, it's not that bad.
Do you have many guitars, Jim, or do you?
I have quite a few guitars, and I use them for different purposes, and
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Different sounds, different songs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I keep a Martin upstairs by my desk. I play this one out live, and rehearse with it, and
Mhm.
I've got some electrics. Like I play in a band on occasions. It's been a while,
Mhm.
but you know.
So electric guitar
Electric guitars.
obviously is a
Yeah.
different sound, too.
Yeah, they all have different
Yeah.
characteristics.
Right. Well, it's
Yeah.
just like a piano, for instance. Some pianos sometimes are bright,
Yeah.
and sometimes they're not as bright as others.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that probably it's the same with the guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, they all have, well, they're made with different woods,
Mhm,
you know, different, and the different woods give you different sound characteristics.
And when you test them out, you test them obviously before you buy it. So you know what sound you're looking for, I assume.
Mhm. Or sometimes you can just pick up one and you just play it, and it just rings, and
And
it
that's
just
it.
says, it just says, this is the one. That's why-
And
that's
you
why-
have to have it.
You just have to have it. It's a disease. It's a bad disease I have.
Do you have anything you could sing together?
Well,
I think we
always
have a
like
little
singing,
more time.
I always like singing backup on his song "Lightning Rod." I think it is. Right?
Oh, yeah, we could.
Sure.
I think we have a little more time.
Sure.
And we may have to sign off in the middle of the
Sign
song,
off
but
in the middle of sure.
I don't know. We'll see.
This guitar here is my,
Is that your lightning rod guitar?
well, not really. This is my finger-style guitar usually.
Oh,
Not that that's anything wrong with it. It's a,
I don't want to put you on the spot.
no. It's a very, it's an old guitar.
It's a well-used one, I can
It's
tell.
a very cantankerous guitar, you know. When you have a guitar that's the same age as your parents, it seems like this guitar sometimes torments me. It's like, you know, your parents coming back to get you. But it is. It's actually a 1942 Gibson,
Is it really?
made in Kalamazoo. So, and I need my capo again. But it always likes to make me work a little harder. All right, Jim. Well, let me tell a story. Won't ramble on by the man whose head was hard as a stone. He wouldn't listen to what you had to say. That's why he's dead and gone, a lying in his grave. Now some folks say they knew him well. You know, other folks say that he can go away. Trouble seemed to follow him wherever he goes. So lightning rod they called him, baby, let him roll. Singing lightning rod, roll, baby.
guidance of our own chief sound wizard, Ray Hayes, we're trying to recreate some of the magic of this theater of the imagination, right? But we're hardly the first. In the mid-1960s, for example, comedian Stan Freberg put out a record that essentially created a new episode of his comedy variety radio series. Throughout the album, Freberg riffed on and railed against the fact that such radio programs were no more, had ceased to be. But let's let him tell us all about it himself. And now we would like to present
Mr. Freeberg,
Yes. Who are you?
I'm Mary Ann Easter. I'm 10 years old, and I've been sitting in the audience.
Yes.
I've been thinking about what you said about you're doing this because there aren't any more radio programs.
Yes.
Mr. Freeberg, what's a radio program?
Well, when you listen to the radio in the morning, what do you hear?
Oh, disc jockeys and news, or sometimes news and disc jockeys.
Ah,
Is it possible to hear something else?
it was back in the 1940s, yes.
Back in the olden days.
Yes. There were what we call radio programs, like what we're doing here, with actors and live musicians and sound effects men and guest stars.
Oh, you mean like a television program when the picture tube blows out?
Yes, something like that.
What did you look at?
You didn't look at anything, you just listened.
Boy, talk about your radical ideas.
Look, dear, you're much too young to remember, I guess. I'll have someone from the audience explain. Anybody here remember radio? Anybody? Anybody at all?
I'm a young man, I do.
Oh, good. Here's the lady. Come right up here, madam. Watch your step, dear. Step right up here to the microphone. You do remember radio programs, do you?
Oh, yes, I remember that.
You used to listen to them, did you?
I did as a girl. Yes. Oh, my goodness, yes.
For the benefit of this young lady, could you tell us what it was like?
Oh, it was... oh, dear, I'm trying to remember.
Just take your time.
Well, if my memory serves me correctly, we'd hurry and get the dishes done, and we'd all sit around the living room listening to the
Radio?
radio, that's it!
Pardon me. What did you look at while the radio was on?
Oh, we looked at each other, kind of stared off into space while Innocenta was on. The Whistler, the Shadow, the seed of pride bears bitter fruits. Do you know who said that? Who? Lamont Cranston, that's who. Compared to him, my dear, James Bond is a thing.
But I still don't know what you used for pictures.
You used your imagination.
Your what?
Look, you could do things on radio that you couldn't possibly do on television. My sound effects man and I will give you a demonstration right now. Okay, people. Now, when I give you the cue, I want the 500-foot mountain of whipped cream to be shoved into Lake Michigan, which has been drained and filled with hot chocolate. Then the Royal Canadian Air Force will appear overhead, towing a 10-ton maraschino cherry, which will be dropped into the whipped cream to the cheering of 25,000 extras.